How's it going, YouTube? It is your boy Chris back again with another video, and in this video I want to basically talk about the icon mess that EA have created this year. And I know it's been a big topic this year because we haven't gotten any big, top 10 icon release for an SBC this year. We had the moments icons gotten released halfway through the year. So let's just take it back to day one, right? So day one, we get every icon in packs. Totally fine with that, right? They start off the year fine. Then you would assume that they would put icon SBCs throughout the whole year, keep people involved in the game. But it seems like they're going down the path of last year, if not a little bit worse, because last year, besides Henry during Black Friday, they didn't release a top tier icon. And by top tier icon, I mean like a top 10. Like your R9s, your Cruyff, your Eusebio, your Hullet, your Vieiras. Like those kind of SBCs were not released till later last year. And with your game cycle, most people stop playing your game in March to May. That's where the majority of field players are done after Team of the Season, or maybe right before it. And that's when FUT Birthday's out and Team of the Season's out. So that's pretty much when the game is going to be completely dead after that. So going back to the original point, right? We had every icon in packs day one. They start bringing out icon SBCs, which you get 5 picks. Now the picks weren't great, right? They were the lower tier icons. And, the picks weren't great. So, not as many people would do them, but they would require an icon. And they had a time limit. And that's something I want to talk about, okay? They fixed that, basically. They've not put they haven't put a time limit on any of these cards. Any of these prime moment cards. But early on, they also put a 30-day time limit on a lot of those cards to do those SBCs. Which I think is a big problem because, there was nothing to grind for. Even though last year, there was Henry during Black Friday. You could grind for Henry until May or June or whenever you want to complete that card. It'll always be in the icon SBC section. This year they did the 30-day time limit, which I didn't agree with, and it was a mess. This whole year they've basically made a mess of these icons. So again, I guess the best icons they've released this year was probably Ballack, Petit, Cannavaro, Rio, and Sol Campbell. I would say those are the top 5 that they've released that have been pretty good. And then halfway through the year, they come out with a Prime Moments SBC, which just seems like a money grab when you think about it. It just seems like a thing to keep people involved in the game, because now you're just taking out the concept of a prime icon. What's the point of making an icon his highest overall, advertising him as his prime? That's the best version of that card. And then putting out a Moments icon SBC. Now, I get it, right? If you were to do the top 10 icons or the top 15 icons and put a Moments icon in there, for a special moment that they had in their career, and it was a top player, fine, I get that. But they ended up turning the promo as every icon gets a dynamic image and gets a Moments icon, which means that every prime icon in this game that was released from day one now is the second lowest overall card, or the second highest overall card for that particular player. Something I didn't agree with, and we're going into a problem from last year now, is that they're releasing all these icons, but these are not the icons, EA, that we want released. We want our R9s, we want our Eusebios, we want to play with these icons and grind for these icons in the days of FIFA where people are actually still be playing, not when the game is dead. Another thing I want to talk about is the price points with some of these SBCs, right? We're going to go on FUTBin, we're going to check a couple of prices, right? Because at the end of the day, even though you get compensated with packs, you're still paying for an untradeable card that you can no longer use if you don't like. Alright, first one I want to talk about, right, is Giggs, right? So it looks like him on PS4 is about 785k if you have to start from scratch, right? You go to Giggs' card, 1,045k. So if somebody wanted to do a Giggs, right? And, Nepenthes put out a tweet a couple days ago saying, what is the percentage that you would pay of a card's actual price if it was an untradeable version? Now, he got answers of 30%, 40%, 50%. I tend to think that it should be 50% or under. Because one, even though you're getting compensated with packs are all RNG. It's all random. You can get the worst players, even if it's a 100k pack, you could still get no boards. It's all random, right? So they need to get these price points right. Look at BAGGIO as well, right? 1.7 million. Now, I get it. BAGGIO is a good card, right? He has good stats. 88 pace, 88 shooting, 93 passing, 94 dribbling. But on the market, he's 1.8 mil. And if you go look at here, he's 1.7 for his untradeable SBC. That gives out packs, don't get me wrong. But again, packs are RNG. They're completely random. You don't know what you're going to get out of them. There's no guarantee you make your coins back. And it shouldn't be more than, I'd say, 70% of the card's price. I think if you do 70 and under, I think more people would do that. And I think it would help EA in the long run as well. Because if you had people putting in 1 million coins for a BAGGIO 94, people would probably do that. People would probably do that SBC, even though BAGGIO isn't a popular icon. But I'm telling you, you would get people doing that icon if you knew that his prime moments was 1.8 mil, and then his SBC was 1 mil. That is the kind of price point you would pay for an untradeable card. I think a thing that people liked about Zlatan Ibrahimovic's SBC was that how it was so affordable to do him that everybody's done him. And that's what people want to do. People want to use cards. They didn't care that he was from MLS. They didn't care that he was Swedish. They saw an Ibrahimovic with great stats, great skill moves, great weak foot, and they wanted to play with them. They tried to fit him in his teams. That's what we should be, encouraging. EA, you should be encouraging people to use different cards, different icons. I don't want to see Hullet, Vieira, R9, every team I play against. I want to see a BAGGIO. I want to see a Best. I want to see, a Keen. That is the icons you want to see. Something that I think they did do right was definitely do the upgrade. 4 gigs. They didn't do this for Cannavaro because I don't think they released him yet. They didn't do it for any of the other icons. But they did it for gigs where you could basically put in a prime gigs that you have untradeable if you did his other SBC. And you can basically put him in for a 100k pack, and you can basically complete the gigs moments for a little bit cheaper because you had the prime gigs already. So that's something I think they did do right. But this whole year is just a mess when it comes to the icons, right? Every week it's like, when are we getting big icons? When are we getting big icons? We haven't gotten that. And we're in March. We're in the first week of March, and the game cycle is almost done. This is basically all that I wanted to really talk about, was basically the mess that EA have created this year with icons. And I'm going to be doing more videos like this, more discussion-based videos. And I really do enjoy doing these because, it doesn't take that much time to do. I can get them out to you guys. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree with what I said. Get in the comments what you guys think of this whole new moments, icon SBCs. What do you think about the promos that they've done this year? Let me know if I should do any more videos like this. Give me topics to do. I'll definitely do videos on it. I definitely will consider it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.